Hey, you're standing half on the island. We gotta get off there. So, laying out the kitchen. It's a little bit tricky. I mean, this is the idea. It's pretty much there, but kind of just fine tuning it. So here's the whole island layout. I call this the bar because it's gonna have it's gonna be a flat top, but this is gonna be empty underneath. So you'd kind of slide under it, slide your legs under it like this. And then that's actually solid island. The reason that's important to know is because this is going to become cabinets, whereas this is just going to be a top, but nothing under it. So that's kind of laid out. That's important because we're going to switch something up here, and we're going to hang some pendant lights. So I need to put the boxes exactly where they need to be. So here's those boxes. So these, wherever these end up in the on the ceiling and they get drywalled around, that's where those lights are going to hang. Obviously, gravity's going to hold them straight. So I'm just kind of making a plan. I'm going to have them equally spaced. The lights we're looking at are around 12 inches. So I'm thinking probably one here, probably one here. So I'm going to do some measuring, and then I'm going to use a level or a plumb bob or even a laser to land them on that rafter right there. So that's one thing. And then I'm laying out the kitchen. So as an example, here's where the fridge will land. That's why we have the ice maker plumbed up. So there's going to be water for the ice maker. Well, filtered water too. And basically the fridge has to get its own receptacle. So the fridge is going to be a 36. That's, the larger French door style, like a nice fridge. So I wanted it to land just inside the door for the pantry. And then I'm just marking this out. I got room for a 24-inch cabinet on the lower and a 24-inch cabinet on the upper. And the lower will come out 2 feet. So that's marked up. Then we've got a 30-inch range right here on the bottom, and then on the top there will be a 30-inch microwave that will have the fan built in, an over-the-range microwave that has the fan that'll end up tying into that duct and be vented. And then here's the corner, and this is probably going to be one of the more tricky pieces. It's easy to find 1 or 2 foot cabinets, but not as easy to find corners. But I've been finding a lot of them you can get roughly around 36 inch. So I've marked this out to be 36. I'm actually really marking everything a ½ inch further because there's going to be a ½ inch drywall in here, but basically 36 inches in this corner. And then it gets a little tricky up here. I can't do a corner cabinet because we've got this window here. So on the upper, I think the thing to do is just going to be to put a 36-inch cabinet, which will end up right about here, which will leave just a little strip of drywall kind of surrounding the window. So that's what I'm thinking right now. And then at the 36, from the corner to this corner would be room for a 36-inch cabinet on the bottom with a 33-inch sink, a double sink, set into it. So I've got both the 36 width in dark black and then the 33 in pencil in the center marked. So that cabinet would be just 2 doors. It's really mainly to access the plumbing, which is going to be tied in right there. And then also that'll have the garbage disposal, which is why there's an outlet wired right here. And then next to that, we've got the spot for the dishwasher. Well, so basically right here we've got a 12-inch cabinet and then the dishwasher, which I think is probably the most logical. We could do the dishwasher here and the 12-inch cabinet here, but I kind of think cabinet then dishwasher, and that's more how it's kind of like laid out on the plan. So a little bit tough to say right there, but that square is the dishwasher. And the dishwasher, I looked up 24 inches. So I'd like to do wood around the dishwasher so it'll have a top and, look nice and everything. The dishwasher will basically slide in. What are you doing, you goofy girl? So that's some of the stuff I'm figuring, which would leave room for a 24-inch cabinet here. Initially, I'm like, oh, we got room for 36, but I forgot the windows there. So that would put we could do a 12 or a 24-inch cabinet here. If it's a 12, it would leave a little bit of a strip for drywall, which might be the way to go to match that side. But if it's a 24, it would basically go right between the door and the opening for the window. So I got some stuff to consider there, but at least I've got the measurements. So like as an example, I'll know how many square inches and everything to see if we're going to have to do one slab of granite or two. And I'm going to say this is probably going to be a one slab deal, which is good, or a quartz or whatever, which is good because if I can find a remnant single slab, I can get that a lot cheaper than finding 2 to 3 slabs that match. You know, just one slab doesn't have to match anything. So I think it's going to be just one. And so I'm just going to make some plans with this. I got a little help. These wires are landing here because there's going to be outlets in the island, and then, you know, the island will have granite to match and all that stuff. And then, you know, we'll have the AC unit is going to be above the dishwasher and above the cabinets. And so I'm hoping to get, hoping to do a different backsplash, because sometimes you get the granite countertops and the matching backsplash, but I'm thinking a different style backsplash that's a little bit of a different color would be a better way to go. Beyond that, main things right now with the AC lines run, the condensate drain run, the whole house fan in. I got a ton of wire that I need to staple up. I've got help though, so she's gonna help me out. But I got 1 million wires staple up, and now that I'm finalizing this, all these little boxes are for recessed ceiling lights. You know, like they'd be like can lights, but these ones are gonna sit right in the drywall. Now that I have the kitchen laid out a little better, I had initially planned to do 3 recessed lights and 3 recessed lights. But now going with the pendant lights, I think what I'm going to do is 3 recessed lights that will kind of serve as this walkway here. This would be the walkway between the cabinets and the island. And then I think I'm going to move these 2 down here and have, you know, maybe space them so that there will be another 3 lights right here to also function as kind of like the walkway. And then the 2 pendant lights hanging over the island will be on a separate switch. So I'm going to put the switch there for the island and put the switch here for the kitchen, because if you come out of the bedroom or the bathroom and you want to come in and use the kitchen, boom, you got a light right here. Whereas if it was only over there, you'd kind of have to walk through a dark space. But then at the same time, if you're here on the couch and you want to have some kitchen light, you don't necessarily have to walk all the way over here. You can go right there, boom, and get the pendant lights. So you could have light kind of either way. It could have easily been made into a 3-way switch, but I think it'll just be a little bit more unique. And then we'll have one more switch for like ambient rope lighting or something on top of the cabinets to make it really nice. So it's going to be sweet. It's going to be really cool. Or I might even do it as toe kick lighting. Toe kick lighting might even be cooler. So to be determined. But that's the main update. I mean, the wiring is well on its way, but we got a little bit more to go. The plumbing is basically done. Toilet flange was in a while ago, but now this drain is in. Matter of fact, the hot mopper. Were you having a fun time or what? What are you doing, Goofy? Yeah. The hot mopper's going to come and hot mop and waterproof all this. I got to button some stuff up, though. Like these nails need to be countersunk a little more. So I got, an hour worth of work to get ready for the hot mopper. Come on, you. You want to play? Yeah. You get it. She loves it in here. It smells like wood. Hey, you want to go down? Come on. And then I've got some insulation over here, which I'm not really approved to do yet, but I'm going to show you the reason I did it was we got this, now water's on. This whole building's pressurized with water right now. So being that we had to have the hot water heater hooked up and ready to go. I wanted to kind of mount it permanently, which meant if I mounted it permanently, I wouldn't get any of these big, huge drywall sheets in here. So I went ahead and I insulated the one wall and drywalled. I'm not going to do anything over here because I'm really not even supposed to have gone that far. But I think it'll be an easy explanation that, hey, we want to do... No, that's not yours. Oh, you little wild animal. I think it's easy to explain that, hey, this hot water heater needs to be permanently piped in, but if I permanently pipe it in, I can't get the drywall in, so I think it should be fine. Then, you know, a lot of the stuff's going to be pretty ready to go. Insulation people started dropping stuff. They got another 3 loads of these, and then this is the free stuff I got. So we're going to have exterior insulation, R38 in the ceiling, which is R19 in the walls, R38 in the ceiling, R38. And then on all the inside walls, we're going to do this R13. So it'll be insulation inside walls for sound and outside walls for energy efficiency. And then here's the AC lines. He worked hard. He worked fast. He cranked it out. So these are the refrigerant lines all put together, and there's some wiring in there as well. And these are going to communicate basically and send voltage between the outdoor compressor condenser unit and the indoor evaporator / blower unit. And then that wire is going to get punched outside and sealed up because that's going to be the 30 amp 240 volt supply. Come on, we're going outside. Show you what that looks like out there. It's not prettied up or anything, but they land through here, and you know, had to do a penetration, did it in a flashing, got it all sealed up and sealed in, and you know, it's all taped. And then obviously when we get the condenser unit here on a concrete pad, I'm gonna probably spend some time really making that look the very best it can, because right now it's a little ugly, but we'll be there. And not really intending to make a video about the lath. I'll do my own thing on that, but we're lathed and ready to go, which we didn't need to have done yet, but those guys are rolling, venting and everything, so that'll be another video. So that's the update. Got a little bit more to go to get ready for the combo inspection.